Welcome. I'm D.L. Hughes from VelocityWriting.com. My mission is to help you write your vision. You polish your manuscript until your eyes blur. You pour your soul into a query letter, hit send, then brace yourself for silence or rejection. Here's the truth. You're not alone and you're not broken. Rejection from literary agents stings. Unfortunately, most writers don't actually understand why they get rejected. I'll explain. Plus, I'm going to mention one cause you will probably never hear from anyone else. If you're dead set on a traditional publisher, I can help. I was an editor at a traditional publisher, and I often collaborated with the acquisition editor. Her desk was next to mine. I saw and was often involved in her interactions with agents. We're going to expose the triangle between writers and the agents and acquisition editors who are the publishing gatekeepers and show you how to break through right now. Why agents say no before they read page 1. Agents can often decide within seconds whether your query is going anywhere. The first possible issue, you didn't pick the right agent. That's right. You could have the perfect book for the wrong person. Agents specialize. Some handle romance, but not sci-fi. Some love upmarket women's fiction, but won't touch thrillers. If your book doesn't align with their list, they'll pass. Not because your book is bad, but because it doesn't fit the kind of work they like to do. This is an insider tip. Most agents have professional relationships with acquisition editors. Everyone is happy when the agent can feed the acquisition editor the type of book they want to publish. They'll also ignore your manuscript if you didn't follow their rules. When agents say submit according to our guidelines, they mean it. These rules aren't arbitrary. They help agents effectively manage sometimes hundreds of queries per week. If your submission skips a step, is the wrong file type, a missing synopsis, poorly formatted sample, etc., it's often discarded without a glance. To avoid this trap, always read submission guidelines on the agent's websites, not from some third-party list. Guidelines vary and change, so read them each time you submit. For example, some agents want the first 10 pages in the email body. Others demand a synopsis in a separate doc. Small difference, massive outcome. Another issue, your query letter reads like a therapy session. The query letter is not your memoir. It's not the place to explain your writing journey, your hardships, or how long you've been dreaming about this. Agents care about one thing, the manuscript. A strong query gets to the point. It tells the agent the basics, title, word count, genre, a clear premise, and a paragraph or two about the plot. End with a short bio focused on your writing credentials. That's it. Hidden deal breakers in your sample pages. What you write and how you write it determines whether your sample pages keep an agent's attention or drops like a wet sock from their hands. Do your pages lack polish? They don't have to be perfect, of course. No such thing as perfection. But they need to be sharp. Sloppy grammar, confusing sentence structure, or pages littered with typos signal to agents, no, this author isn't ready. Agents want work they can sell. If your writing feels messy, they imagine extra labor for them, and that's not appealing. Professional level writing is clean, clear, and intentional. If it isn't, no matter how good your story is, the agent won't want to deal with it. Your opening scene will be an issue. Writers are tempted to start slow, build atmosphere, or describe the weather. Don't do that. Write with movement, conflict, or a moment that reveals something unusual. Readers need to feel anchored, but also curious. Look at your first paragraph. Ask, is something happening? Is somebody wanting something? Is there a reason to keep reading? Agents read hundreds of openings. Make yours one they remember. Literary agents are critics, and they reject manuscripts they feel are off in some way. You can't forget the genre contract in all of this. Every genre comes with reader expectations. If you're writing mystery, readers expect a body, a sleuth, and a puzzle to solve. In romance, they expect chemistry, tension, and a guaranteed emotional payoff. Now, that doesn't mean you can't innovate. It means that you have to know the rules before bending them. Show agents you understand the kind of story readers crave, and then deliver it with style. So, what happens if your book ticks all of the boxes but still gets passed over? Well, you need to stand out from the crowd. Stand out or fade away. Agents skim queries fast, as I said, and if you can get them to say, wow, it's likely they'll also say yes, too. Your story must stand out at first glance. Here's how to do that. First, flip a familiar premise. There are only so many plots in the world, but there are infinite ways to tell them. Still, some stories like Chosen One Saves the World or Teen Discovers Magical Powers are so overused they instantly blend into the background. The trick? Flip the familiar. Add a layer they haven't seen. Instead of boy meets girl, try snowman meets girl. Have a fresh approach. Your query must show why your version is the version that matters. Verify your hook isn't muddled or missing. The hook is the hinge of your pitch. It's the moment that makes people lean in and think, yikes, I have to read that. A good hook combines stakes, characters, and something unexpected. Think of this. A blind assassin sent to kill the king ends up falling for his ghost. Well, it doesn't need to be high concept, but it does need clarity. If your story sounds vague or familiar, it won't get attention. Don't give up too soon. Oh, yes, rejection hurts, but giving up guarantees failure. Agents pass for many reasons, most of which have nothing to do with your book. Now, here's another insider tip I promised. Books sometimes get rejected because the traditional publishing company does not have the budget to publish your book in that fiscal quarter. That's right, publishers need capital to publish a book, and if they don't have it or can't borrow it from their bank, they'll pass on your book. Agents are very aware of this ever-changing situation and will not accept your book if they can't pitch it to a favored publisher who they know has slowed acquisition. But keep querying, adjust based on feedback, and keep writing the next project while you do this. Your breakthrough might be query number 74. Many authors sell their second book before they sell their first one. Resilience is your secret weapon. Implement these steps now. Let's bring this all together with some practical steps you can apply today. First, start by researching at least 5 agents who truly represent your genre and have sold similar books in the last 2 years. Use tools like querytracker.net and manuscript wish lists. Check their client list, interviews, and what they request in submissions. Next, review your query letter. Trim anything that reads like autobiography. Focus on your story. Build a hook that makes strangers perk up. And then read your sample pages out loud. Fix awkward rhythm, unclear descriptions, and the slow starts that I spoke about. And finally, keep going. Sharpen your presentation and send it to another agent. Agents want to represent authors who write books that acquisition editors want to buy. Have a great writing day.